When things get hard, he'll get really, really, like, just hard and stuck in his sides. Like, good baby. Good boy. It's not that hard, Castle.
Harder what you're doing.
Yes, good boy. He's gonna be really pretty. I say that with no credit whatsoever. None. It has nothing to do with me.
I see it.
He's gonna be really pretty.
And hey man, you gotta take the credit. You're the one who rides them all the time.
Wow.
Every time you ride them, then it's training too.
It just, I try to get the, like, Biker, my other horse, because of the way he's built. Everyone's always like, Jesus Christ, he's so pretty. And I'm like, it's his lineage. It's his genetics. Castle's genetics is quite pretty too. At some point, I'll show you a picture of his dad. He is stunning. Great art.
What?
Great
Oh,
art.
Great art, yeah.
Yeah.
You told me that.
Yeah. He's like, but what if I just turn my head? I don't have to walk to my face at all. I can just turn my head. We're trying to get his back feet connected to his mouth, and it's really far between his back feet and his mouth. It's quite a distance. We're just trying to get all of the pieces working together, sir. Yes. It's a lot. We need your pieces connected. Oh, God, Jen, 90% of the pictures of him learning to jump, I'm not kidding you, this is it. I am not kidding you. It's hysterical.
Was that over a jump shoot or with you?
With me.
Okay.
Yeah, with me. I would see his foot, like I'd see one foot over there, and there might be one over there. And even Chris, the guy that was helping me with him, was like, huh? What? He's like, he should really learn where to put all of that. I call it unicorn jumping. You know how unicorns are always positioned like this?
Yeah.
That
That's how you jump.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But he says I hopped him over a couple of cross rails yesterday, and he was lovely and did some stuff with the poles on the ground just to keep it exciting, because there again, if you do go over poles, he gets,
more.
yeah, because he likes it.
Yeah.
You know, but he doesn't like, he's not like running or anything. He just is like, oh, mental stimulation. Okay, hurdles.
Exciting a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Versus running in circles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good boy, Bucky. Good boy. I'm laughing because she's like pushing him out, but I can still see his haunches on the inside track. And then when she asked him to canter, he was like, fuck, I'm not prepared. Because he was so busy not coming through behind that then when he did. Good boy. You're gonna get it, dude. I know it's hard.
Yeah, good boy.
And he got so good for like those 3 strides.
He heard
No.
Good boy, and he was like, okay, I'm done.
Good boy.
Good.
So, you know how like some horses bronc and act crazy? That's the extent of his, is just the leaping,
Yeah.
throwing the feet. But you did it! You did it, and it was way less work than... That was very good, boy. You can see he's like bracing, and I thank God for you because the fact that you're, you know, so quick and effective with your leg, like it just, you're like, okay, fine, brace, but I'm gonna kick you.
Yeah.
And then he all of a sudden is like, he just finally steps into your hand, you know.
So, because he's doing the whole like leaping thing and all over with his head, sometimes I'll do, that's what I'm doing. If I hold my grab strap
Yeah.
with my outside
Yep.
hand,
Yeah.
it creates that side range.
Right.
And then I can pull against that, because he's just like all over the place.
Right.
So it gives me a little bit of that foundation.
Right.
When
Right.
your knee's so difficult.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
Then all I have to do is work on that inside, like the outside range,
Right.
and that helps a little bit. So if
For
you
sure.
do that, I don't know if you have a grab strap.
I do. Well, that leather strap that I put around his neck, the
Yeah,
only
that.
reason I don't use a tack one is because then I have a tendency to pull down because of the way my saddle is set up. So if I use the neck strap, then I keep my hands above the wither. And so, yes, I will.
Anything to keep you just that solid stability when he's all over the place.
Right.
Because, I mean, even me, like, I'm pretty good with staying with them, but it just
Right.
gives me a little bit more stability.
Well, and two, he can then, he's bumping into himself.
Yes,
Instead
I'm
of.
not having to, like, rip my arm off.
Well, and then too, you know that it's not a you thing, and you can kick him.
Yes.
You know, because it's his choice.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, I totally get
So
that.
I do that a lot with the horses like that.
Okay.
It just gives me a little more strength without having to have strength.
Right.
I think that was the harder way, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
It changes. So like last night, no, left used to be his big leaping direction, and he would want to swap leads on the straightaway. And then all of a sudden, sometimes right is really good, sometimes left. Last night, left was really good. That was the moment where he did try to go up off my hand, but he got super, super good off my inside leg as I was pushing him out. And so, no guarantees. No guarantees on the green horse. Good boy. As soon as you say good, like he can literally fall out of that at the drop of a hair. Good job. Good boy. What a good boy. I think it was awesome. He got really, once he got through the shenanigans, it got really, really good.
He's still bowling. He likes to bow through the right shoulder,
Yeah.
but that was still a lot better.
I had to be really careful. Like I said yesterday, I was really strategic with my right rein, and I stayed. You know, the tricky part is, like I was telling Zara, if you just hold your outside rein, of course, he's like, oh, that's the balance, because he understands that from the racetrack. They fold them in half to whatever, outside of whatever lead they want. But then when you go to add in that inside rein, that's when he starts to like get stiff and panic a little bit. So I had him on my outside rein, and I did some early exercises where I literally was just, my inside leg was active, but I was full on riding both outside aids to push him as if I'm basically riding a Western horse, neck reining. And then as he got good and soft and more relaxed, then I added more inside leg to ask him to keep that inside of his rib cage up and step in. And he got really good at it. But of course, there again, he can't keep it for a long time. It's way longer now than it was even 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even mind that too much, because once he's solid in the connection, you can fix that very easily.
Yeah.
By just straightening a little firmer right leg and right rein.
Gotcha.
But all I'm working on now is just trying to get him to be soft
Right.
and yield to my pressure versus fighting me and jumping around.
Right.
So I don't even care.
Right.
He was yielding better that way than he did the other way.
Right.
We had a whole like 2 circles of him being sort of obedient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that he's
Oh, no, I know what you, where he compliant,
Yeah.
more so compliant. He's never really not per se obedient. He might be ignoring you, but he's
Yeah,
he's not defiant. Castle.
He's just